Hi, everyone. This is Tammy Williams, and I just want to talk to you for a moment about small groups. Maybe you've heard the term small group, but you aren't really sure what that's all about. Hopefully, I can help with that. Hebrews 10:25 tells us that we should meet together to encourage one another. The small group is not meant to replace our church services or our Sunday school classes, but to give us and others who we invite to them a place where they can come together and share interests, build relationships, and share Jesus. Throughout the book of Acts, we see examples of Jesus and his disciples not only meeting in temples and holy places, but they also go into each other's homes. And it was in these situations, actually, where the followers of Jesus grew in number exponentially. So that example shows us the expectations for reaching out to others that way. So, a small group might be a group of people who share the same interest, like bike riding or beekeeping, or maybe it's a group with the same circumstances, like, for example, young mothers or college age students or retired males. But maybe you want to join a group because there's a study or a book you want to read or a book of the Bible you'd like to look at. Because these are things that you have of interest. For example, I have a few here. This one's called Stones of Remembrance. That's a Bible study I've done before. Or this one. This one is The Chosen that follows the online video series called The Chosen. Or maybe it's just one book of the Bible. Those are examples of small groups. Small groups develop for a variety of reasons. The reasons don't really matter as long as the purpose is the same. And our small groups have three purposes: one, to develop relationships; two, to have growth in your own personal relationship with Jesus; and of course, three, to lead others to Jesus Christ. Small groups happen off campus. Okay, so sometimes they're in people's homes, maybe in a coffee shop or at the park, or in another area that supports the interest of that particular group. Oftentimes, unchurched people will join a small group long before they'll join or come to the church. So we need to provide these opportunities where they can come and they can feel the love of Jesus. First Baptist has always had small groups, and some examples of those we've done financial peace, mentoring young Christians, and we even had a small group about how to provide small groups. But we want to continue to grow this ministry more, kind of pick it back up post pandemic. So we want to involve more of our current church membership, and while developing those opportunities for our unchurched and unsaved friends as well. We want to be able to find a place for everyone to get plugged in. So, starting in September, we're going to start a new semester of small groups. They'll run September through November, and the meeting time and place, and even the frequency of how often you meet, is completely up to what works best for the individual groups as they're built. There'll be a 3-hour training course for anyone who is new to leading small groups but wants to find out a little bit more about how to do that. We encourage you to start right now, praying about it and thinking about that new opportunity. I want you to think about how you might get involved. Would you like to lead a small group? Do you have a book or a study or a topic you'd like to suggest for us? Is there a particular group that you can see who has a need for that group that we could work in? We want all your input. You can make suggestions or comments, or you can volunteer by simply scanning the QR code that will be at the end of this video, or there should be some surveys either in your bulletin or at each of the doors at the front and the back of the church. We want your input so we can provide offerings that are needed in our church and also in our community. More information is going to be coming throughout the summer before we begin our new semester in the fall. I know that life sometimes feels like it's already so busy, thinking about adding one more thing is very overwhelming. But I've never been involved in a small group where I didn't come away with a stronger relationship with God, closer friendships and supports, and a deeper understanding of God's word and his purpose in my life. So please prayerfully consider being a part of this ministry. Thanks.